Hello, welcome to the B Studio. This is where we do a lot of demo work and editing of material as well. The microphone we have here is a TLM 103, which is very similar to the U87, but half the price. It's transformerless, hence TLM, transformerless microphone, yes. But no matter what microphone you've got, they've all got capsules in the middle there. I hope you're not using a nasty dynamic microphone. And you'll notice, fellow voiceover, that the closer you get to your microphone, the greater the proximity effect. So you can do sort of acting when you've thrown out the way. I had to do a commercial the other day where I had to be a voiceover and then thrown out by somebody who came in, played by somebody else. So I had to sound like, oh, get out of me. Oh, yeah. So the further you are away, then obviously it sounds like you're further away. But you'll notice that without a pop filter, I am popping rather badly. And it sounds horrible, doesn't it? It just sounds disgusting. These microphones, actually, these particular Neumann ones, were developed not for voiceover work at all, but for recording orchestras and for strings and cellos and violas. Look it up, honestly, if you don't believe me. It just happens to be that they are very, very suitable for voiceover work and for close proximity work, particularly for male voices. But, you know, we all find our microphone, or the microphone finds you. That's from Harry Potter, isn't it? Anyway, so you need a pop filter, and a pop filter has two layers, the best ones have. In fact, why have I got two here? Because basically I need just one, double one. When Katie Brody comes here, she's got very, very puffy breaths, and we have to put another one on for her. We have to stick it on with Velcro, so you get sort of four on there. But it's acoustically transparent. It's just a bit too much in the way, so I just have one like that. And the general tip is 4 inches away from the center of the microphone capsule to the pop filter, and then another 4 inches away where your mouth has to be. And you obviously have to aim it exactly at the center of the microphone. Be careful about that, because for general voiceover work, documentaries, commercials, that sort of thing, you don't want to sound even a little bit off mic. Look, if I turn it a little bit like that and I speak up a bit, it doesn't sound quite right. It may sound all right to you if you're listening on a laptop now or headphones, but honestly, a studio will notice that you are not on mic. You need to turn that round and get exactly laser targeted to the center of that capsule. And of course, you can play around with the proximity effect. A good tip is at the end of sentences of an average voiceover, like a commercial, or the end of a sequence in a documentary, is to move your voice on the last syllable when the power is dropping at the end of your words. So you would come to the end of the sentence, and you do that, it doesn't sound that great. Come to the end of a sentence, and suddenly it sounds a bit better. It's subtle, but honestly, it makes all the difference, especially if you've got that sort of low voice. It's on now, the big sale. So, it's on now, the big sale. Or, it's on now, the big sale. And you sort of go a bit growlier, and you get physically closer, and that proximity effect amplifies that even more. So, handy tip for you there, but make sure you've got a decent pop filter. And the other thing to remember before I go is that sometimes when you're moving your hands all around, being animated, and you shouldn't use a shirt like this rustles. When I go into a clothing shop, the first thing I look for is, does it rustle or not? And so the man in the shop says, oh, what are you on about, rustling, you know? So he doesn't realise that we're voiceovers, darling, and rustling is no good. Can you hear that? Oh, rubbish. So never mind about the colour. Feel the rustle, hey? So yeah, the final thing is you're moving your arms around. It's quite often you hit the microphone or the pop filter and you don't realise it. So that's why you really got to listen back and make sure, obviously, you redo things where you accidentally hit the microphone. Okay, tips over. Have a good day behind the microphone.